Hi everybody, Honest John here. Do you remember back in March when health professionals and epidemiologists predicted that the Trump virus might kill up to 100,000 Americans? Well, turns out they were wrong. I mean, we're already at 200,000 and counting. And some people will say, see, that proves that the experts don't know what they're talking about. In a sense, these people would be right. See, here's the problem. In order to make their predictions, these experts assume that our president would actually try to stop the plague from spreading. Instead, he's been going around the country spreading the plague. They also assume that governors would do their level best to protect their citizens and that people would act in a sane and rational manner in trying to control the virus, that they would wear masks, they would observe social distancing, and that they would behave in a generally responsible manner. Now, at the time, these seemed like logical assumptions to make, but none of these things happened. Our president at first called the virus a hoax. Then he said it wasn't serious. Then he said it would disappear like magic. And he held huge rallies which turned out to be super spreader events. And he hawked unsafe and ineffective drugs which he just happened to have a financial interest in. And he turned wearing masks from a safety issue into a political issue. He interfered with and slowed down testing for the virus because the numbers would make him look bad. He pressured states to open up, even though the only way to do that safely would be to have more testing and tracing so that we could detect and control the spread of the virus. And the governors in the red states did exactly what he told them to, even though they knew it wasn't safe. And his followers continued to insist it was a hoax even after Trump stopped saying it was. And they refused to wear masks, which is the only way to control the spread of the virus. And they went out, well, young people in general went out and partied like it was 1999. So the experts have had to adjust their predictions from 100,000 total deaths for the whole pandemic, which we have already doubled, to 400,000 deaths by December. But in order to make that prediction, the experts have had to change their assumptions. They now have to assume that the president is going to continue to act like a moron, to lead in the dumbest way possible, and, as he has just done, go back to holding rallies, which will be super spreader events. They've had to assume that red state governors will continue to run their states with breathtaking incompetence and stupidity. They've also had to assume that millions of Americans will continue to refuse to wear masks and that young people will party like there's no tomorrow. In short, they are assuming that the United States is basically a huge insane asylum. Now, we could prove the experts wrong again by acting in a sane and rational manner. But this is America. And that's just not going to happen. Thanks for listening.